What does it mean to go woke? What does the term woke mean? Some of you guys probably have the same question. What does woke mean? I thought being woke was a good thing. Well, there is a term that's being used all over YouTube, and you guys know it's woke. But I'm telling you, and I'm going to educate you guys on what woke really means, how it is a black term by us, for us, that was stolen from white people, mostly radical white people on the YouTube, making videos of why they hate the fact that Disney and Hollywood is so diverse. Get it to you right now. What does it mean to be woke? This has been pissing me off for a while, and this video that came out from Fox News really triggered me because even they don't know what it means. No, a lot of people don't really know what woke means because it's a term that is ours. It's black folks' term made by us, but somehow, some way, a lot of the fandom on YouTube, most notably Geeks and Gamers, and a lot of them toxic motherfuckers over there, took that term that is black folks, which deals with oppression, seeing the truth and the reality and the light, having that third eye open for what's real, and they turned it into a negative that people hate. And every single time that I see someone use the word woke, it kind of makes me cringe, because when I use the word woke, it's used in its true meaning. I use the word fake woke when I'm talking about what Disney's doing, what the Geeks and Gamers crew talks about, because Disney is very much fake woke. A lot of people don't like Disney. Wish is bombing right now. Elemental bombed. Strange World bombed. These are Disney animation projects, guys. These are the projects that are supposed to be the good projects that make money, that make us tingle inside, because that's what Disney's supposed to be about. But it was a term that Marvel, the MCU, really gaslighted, right? You know, that just fueled the fire of the woke churning bandwagon that has been plaguing us on YouTube. I'm tired of hearing it, guys. I'm really tired of hearing it. It's not the proper word to use. And to see a lot of white people use it, to see a lot of racist white people use it, it's triggering to me and to a lot of others, because we know what the word woke means. Woke is a black term for the black community. And to see racist white folks use it, weaponize it, and turn it into something nasty, it just shows exactly that we're so far away from social justice, bro. Look at this video right here. This shit pissed me off.
Go blue. Did Disney just learn a lesson about the phrase go woke and go broke? Oh. The House of Mouse putting out a financial statement which seems to acknowledge that its controversial political and social agenda is costing the company and shareholders.
Okay.
The document says
Disney's feeling the pain.
We face risk relating to misalignment with public and consumer tastes and preferences for entertainment, travel, and consumer products. But Disney isn't the only company that's facing a woke reckoning. Check out this headline from Axios. The DEI backlash is here. The article talks about how companies are slowing down the diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts.
Wow.
Since the Supreme Court's affirmative action ruling in June. Judge, the legal, put aside the ruling for 1 second. Did you sense this from your conversations with people, and how do you think, in addition to that, the legal ruling may impact how companies behave going forward?
First of all, I am so glad that Disney is suffering the way it's suffering. In March of 2021, they were selling at $201.91 a share. They're down to 95. That was a self-imposed injury, all right? They jumped on the woke bandwagon, and they thought that they were going to make a fortune. They didn't do it for the right reasons. They thought that the country's going woke, and this is something that we have to do. But, you know, when a little girl walks into a Disney store, they just forget who they are and sees the fairy godmother with a mustache. I mean, that's going to mess her up for a few days.
Yeah.
But
that's terrible.
The whole idea that Disney thought that, China and Russia, that they were going to buy into this stuff, it's not going to happen. And the downward spiral is well-deserved by them. That's all I have to say.
And I've said on the show, I don't know what woke is or toxic or what should be canceled.
Where have you been?
Woke?
That's all we talk about.
I know, but how do you define woke? Like, I mean, what is woke?
I don't know. I was just going to say.
So these people can't define woke. They don't know what, these are news anchors who report news, and even they don't know what it means. Well, I'll tell you guys what the word means, right? So first, let's go to Wikipedia and see what they have as the definition of the term woke. It says here, wait a minute. That's interesting. Oh, that's not popping up. Oh, I'm silly. Sorry. Okay, so woke is an adjective derived from African American vernacular English. They used to call this Ebonics. It's an African American vernacular English meaning alert to racial prejudice and discrimination. Beginning in the 2010s, it came to encompass a broader awareness of social inequalities such as racial justice, sexism, LGBTQ rights. Say, this is muddled up. LGBT, sexism, that has nothing to do with the term woke. So they're on pace with the truth about it being for black people. That's the term we made. Stay woke, my brother. Keep that third eye open. You know the knowledge. Black folks talk about that amongst other black folks because it means stay awake, be hip to what's to the hook. People always trying to get over on you. People always trying to guise you with fake mystery, and you're seeing the truth. You see the light because you're enlightened, you're knowledgeable, and you're not seeing through the false manifestations that are in everyday society. Somebody who's woke is somebody who should be look up to. Somebody who is woke is somebody that's respected in the black community. Somebody who is woke doesn't fall for IG models and IG lifestyles because they know it's fake. Somebody who is woke can see media, could see somebody flexing in the streets and know they're full of shit. Somebody woke sees the truth for what it is. Somebody woke is an enlightened person, and that's a rare person. It's a rare thing to be somebody of such intelligence where you're woke. Malcolm X is a woke man. Martin Luther King was a woke man. Dick Gregory was a woke man. Real Black YouTube channel is a woke YouTube channel. Black Comedy Hype is a fake woke YouTube channel. They don't know what time it is. They're all effed up. So that's what woke means. It's a term of endearment. Somebody who has a certain level of knowledge and common sense that they can see through the bullshit. Now, what does that got to do with Disney? What does that got to do with the MCU? What does it have to do with these movies that we're watching in Hollywood? These kids' movies, for the most part. That has nothing to do with it. Nothing at all. But yet, here we are looking at people like Geeks and Gamers talking about, oh man, this is woke because there's a lesbian in it. That's not what woke is. That's woke because you put a lot of black people in the movie. That's not what woke is. That is Geeks and Gamers and those that have that same mentality are upset that a lot of white males are not being put in the same position that they used to be in. Now, I could sympathize with how they feel because, in my opinion, there's a lot of black directors that should have been replaced by anyone else. They could have been white, sure. The best person for the job is the one who should get it, not because of the color of their skin. I believe that. But also, we have to understand, there are black folks that do not have the same privileges and the same abilities to have access to become directors and producers. It's just not there. That's why we need more community centers and more funding and stuff like that, and affirmative action where you could get a certain amount of percentage of people who are black to get into college so they have that ability. Yes, I'm all for that. That is kind of what it means to be a person who sees what wokeness is. Like, if you're woke, if you see freaking Harvard's mostly white, freaking these people are making these movies about black folks and they not even black. The Woman King was made by a woman who was a white woman who was talking about the trans slave trade when they were slavers themselves. You're woke when you know that niggas sold niggas. Africans sold us, bro. And that was a very unpopular thing to say 6 years ago. You think to yourself, oh, white folks came here, stole us from our tribe, took us on ships, and we went down to slavery, and we were enslaved for 400 years. You think that some foreign random people on a few boats will come to the big nation of Africa where we got Zulu warriors and just let y'all shore on our land and take our people without getting harpooned the freak up? Nigga, please, that's all fake. You know that white folks ain't coming taking us unless we're giving them away. And for the most part, a lot of black folks enslaved other black folks, and they gave them to the white men into slavery, sold them. People saying this 10 years ago were called crazy, but those was woke folks who knew what time it was. That's just an example of what I'm giving you. Disney is desperate to appear to be fake woke. They are fake woke because they're not the real definition of woke. Disney thinks that if you hire a lesbian and a gay, or a gay lesbian, you're checking boxes. And that's what people want to see because it shows that we care at Disney. That's fake woke. That is what I'm against. And that is what people like Geeks and Gamers are against a little bit. That's where we're common. But I see a lot of things here where Geeks and Gamers makes a lot of content about woke. If I just go right here into YouTube and I type in Geeks and Gamers woke, look what pops up. Doctor Who, a disaster. This is peak wokeness. Disney goes super woke with anti-white kids show. What is this? What title? An anti-white kids show? You're calling something that's showing another color, like it looks like the Proud Family, which is a black show. Instead of calling it a black show, you're calling the Proud Family an anti-white kids show. How is this any different from slavery times and segregation when white people said, I'm not racist, I just want to be around my own kind. I don't want to be around black folk. That's what it is. You don't want to you don't want to segregate, and they say forced integration is wrong. You're calling the Proud. Look at this, bro. Woke movies will never be accepted. Past entertainment will always be superior. This is like a freaking army march. Look at this. Look at this these are the type of videos that they put out to a lot of middle America kids who just eat this shit up. Marvel gets called out for lying. Even woke media slams the Marvel's box office. They're getting mad at Spider-Man 2, which has a lot of issues in there that I agree. The woke apocalypse. Look at this. Woke. Disney in chaos. Woke meltdown. See, guys, this is not a proper term. This is our shit. Woke is our term, and you should try to understand how it feels to see something that was stolen from us, hijacked by white folks, and used to weaponize against a movement that kind of serves black folks. Even though Disney's being fake with it, they don't really care about black folks. They really don't. But they are hiring black content creators, producers, directors, visionaries to look like they care. And that's enough for me. I know Disney don't give a shit about black people, but they're hiring more black people and giving them a chance. That is a good thing, because for too long we have been, and not just blacks, Hispanics and Asians, they have been like out of the spotlight, and now they're getting a chance. But I still believe that the best talent should win. You shouldn't hire a director because she's a black woman. Oh, we need a black woman director. No. That's not how it works. You give blacks, whites, Asians, all the same consideration. And the best of the bunch should get the job. Now, I understand that you want to get a couple of women. Maybe you have a quota. All right, we got 10 movies this year. Let's at least get 3 of them to be women. Okay, I understand that. But the women that you should choose should still be the best of the bunch, not because of their politics, their agendas, their sexuality. That's when Disney muddles it up, and that's when people like Geeks and Gamers get their pitchforks and start screaming, woke. You guys got to be woke, is what I'm saying. You got to be woke to be to see through this bullshit, guys. And it is bullshit. What they're doing here is trying to manipulate y'all into believing that black isn't good, brown isn't good. Nobody wants to see that. I know that Geeks and Gamers are having a hard time because they're seeing so many people of color, and they don't like that. Because I think that the media itself is suffering. And that's where I would agree. I don't like that these movies suck. And these movies suck because there is an agenda that Disney and other people have to go for sex, race over talent. And that's where it's all wrong. And that's where I would agree with some of the stuff that Geeks and Gamers says. But I know that Geeks and Gamers are doing things really sneakily. This is them being sneaky to put out their own propaganda of, we need our white man back. Do you think that they really care about good movies? This type of stuff right here, this is money. All I see right here is money. Like the Ripper guy. He's a black guy spewing this shit, and you know, they want to see a motherfucking coon. This type of content, bro, dollar signs. You could bank off of this. And if you're black and talking about this, it triples. Because they love to see black people chuck and jive the hillbilly dance. That's all money. We understand. Because there's a lot of people that want to see it go back to the traditional way. And here, I wanted to see it to go back to the traditional way as far as content is concerned. Not as far as the color of having more white men come back. The Geeks and Gamers people and people that spew that, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, they want white men to be back in power. That's what it is. And they're disguising that intention by saying, oh, I want my Disney movies back because I want them to be good. I want my Disney movies to be good. You know, I want good content. I remember good direction, good scripts and all that, good stories. That's what I want. I don't have a problem with black people. I don't have a problem with Asians. Well, you could have fooled me with this right here. Disney goes super woke with anti-white kids show. As if you don't know that there's a racial problem in this country. It is. There definitely is. But I just wanted to talk about these things, man. Like, it's hard to be in the middle on some of these topics because here I am as a black man understanding that Geeks and Gamers and the crew and more people that do that type of content have taken the word woke, stolen it from black people. Literally, like everybody else does to black people. They steal our slang, they steal our clothes, they steal our music, our culture. They take, and they don't give shit. And that's what we're used to. And here it is, even in a pop culture segment. They're taking the word woke, turning it into a negative, weaponizing it, and it's harming us. That's like me taking your burger, spitting on it, and saying, here, nigga, eat that shit, bitch. No. I'm good. Now what do we have? We have people like Nia DaCosta who never deserved to have that job. We have Kathleen Kennedy's running amok because she's a freaking feminazi. She's terrible. And all the Geeks and Gamers have to do is sit back and just let it all crumble down and monetize. I say it all the time. Monetize them. Monetize the content. It's about money. And that's cool. If you want to go ahead and be a sellout and a shady type of person to make the dollars, that's cool. Not my cup of tea. I don't sell out for the dollar, but a lot of folks will. And this type of content is all dollar signs, baby. This is all dollar signs. So basically what I'm saying is you got to be woke. You got to be able to look past the Geeks and Gamers type of agenda, which is bring our white dudes back. You know what I'm saying? Like that other racist dude who freaking mocked George Floyd and with the shit at Disney World, that type of stuff, like that racist type of bullshit that they promote over there. And you have to also understand that Disney does have an agenda, bro. Hollywood definitely is pushing an agenda of forced inclusivity without talent. Like, nigga, we want to see our black folks shine. Like Ryan Coogler with Black Panther. That is great affirmative action. That's great true wokeness, because Disney sees somebody with talent. He put his roots down. Fruitvale Station, got with Forrest Whitaker, got that bread, make things happen. And he put himself out there and showed that he's got talent. And Disney said, here, give me your hand. Let me give you this, Black Panther. And they showed the world what Ryan Coogler could do. That was a good one. Jordan Peele. With Get Out. Get Out was a huge success. Put him on the map. Now, a couple of things that he's done since, I ain't really was feeling like that. You know, Get Out was his peak. But yeah, man, it's you have to understand that you can't just blindly pick, oh, yeah, what Geeks Gamer saying is right because I don't like that movie. Understand what you're subscribing to, though. You're subscribing to their narrative, their agenda of bring the whites back. No more blacks. Jews, Asians, what? No. Bring it white. That's the ulterior motive that they're hiding. Disney, you hate those movies, and you could go against Disney because I'm against them too, because they promote agendas. I'm not with the sexuality, that LGBTQ, showing it to kids. I'm not with that. That's not what I'm down for. Bring me quality content that is wholesome, good, funny, charming, all the Disney stuff of the past. Some of it's racist. That's all. You have to be able to give and take. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing about being a pure Democrat or a pure Republican. You can't. It's not going to work. You can't. Nobody should. Nobody should be a Democrat purely and a Republican. Everybody in this country should be in the middle and then take what makes sense. But we live in a world of what gang are you from? What set you claiming? Where you from? What political party? What movement are you part of? What letter do you have in your community, your alphabet? It's that type of stuff. It's not good. So I hope you guys know what the word woke truly means now. To be woke was a term that was stolen from black people and weaponized by white people and used to oppress, you got it, black people. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more of that real content. I am Jody Joe, and I'm out this thing. Deuces.